Now, we're going to try and do this spoiler free, but there was a few parts that I want to touch on. If you watch the original, it's not really spoiling it, but there was a lot of flip flopping things. One of the things that I had an issue with. Yo, here we go again with another episode of Cinema or Sofa with your boy Tommy Grimm. Tonight's episode is going to be about the new Lilo and Stitch live action, baby. All right. I was a huge fan of Lilo and Stitch growing up. So yes, I was very excited to watch this movie. Now, before we get into whether or not it's worth your time and money, and also if it holds up to the original, all right, I'm going to pass it over to my boy E404 to give you the facts about the movies, and then we're going to get into some details because there's some details about this movie that I think you should know. All right, so E404, take it away.
Cinema or Sofa, Error 404's spoiler-free briefing on Lilo and Stitch. System rebooting. Loading Ohana protocols. Ready. Overview. Disney's beloved tale returns in a live-action CGI hybrid directed by Dean Fleischer Camp. This reimagining of the 2002 classic follows the bond between a spirited Hawaiian girl and a mischievous alien, emphasizing themes of family and belonging. Plot setup, spoiler-free. Set against the lush backdrop of Kauai, young Lilo Pelikai, coping with the loss of her parents, adopts what she believes is a dog, but is actually Experiment 626, a genetically engineered alien fugitive named Stitch. Their growing friendship challenges the boundaries of family, proving that Ohana means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Cast: Maya Kealoha as Lilo Pelikai, Chris Sanders as the voice of Stitch, Sydney Agudong as Nanny Pelikai, Zach Galifianakis as Dr. Jumba Jukiba, Billy Magnuson as Agent Pleakley, Courtney B. Vance as Cobra Bubbles, Tia Carrere as Mrs. Kakoa, Hannah Waddingham in an undisclosed role, Kaipo Dudoit as David Kowena. When a blue alien crash lands in Hawaii, chaos ensues, but so does a heartwarming tale of unexpected family bonds. Cinema or Sofa. End of briefing. Awaiting your verdict, Emperor of the Grimm.
All right. Thank you for that, E404. Anyways, let's get to it. All right. So I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm going to be really real. This movie was good. All right. It was good. All right. There were some things I did not like about it. There was a lot of things added to it and a lot of things taken away from it. Now, we're going to try and do this spoiler free, but there was a few parts that I want to touch on. If you watch the original, it's not really spoiling it, but there was a lot of flip-flopping things. One of the things that I had an issue with is that they're promoting in this movie, it's okay to leave your sister to foster care. All right. Like in the movie, she doesn't really fight that hard to keep her sister from going into foster care. Does she get into foster care? I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say whether or not it happens, but she was so willing to give it up. And there's a new element in the movie where Nani, right? That's her name? Yeah. Nani, the sister, she's also trying to go to college, right? Why would you add that? Okay. So they're giving the excuse that it's okay to let your sister go into foster care so you can go to college. I think it's ridiculous, okay? Family is first. That's the whole point of the movie. No one gets left behind. And this is a big element of this movie, all right? Nani is supposed to go to college, and she's giving up college to take care of her sister. It's like, boo-hoo, bro. Your parents died, all right? Take care of your family. Do the right thing. But that part I did not like at all of the movie. I'm like, wow, ain't this some BS, my boy? I thought that was strange, okay? There's another part in the movie, the animated movie, where they're drowning in the ocean, right? This scene also happens in the new movie, obviously. And in the animated movie, Nani wasn't really cool with Stitch. She did not like Stitch. So like after Stitch was kind of drowning Lilo, she kind of like kicked Stitch down because Stitch kept grabbing onto Lilo and holding them all down. And then with no effort, really, the character David, he just goes and saves Stitch, easy peasy, right? And just brings him back. In the new one, it's completely switched. And I thought this was pretty dumb. Like, they made a huge deal of it. Nani actually goes down to save her. Nani doesn't seem like she's that bad or doesn't like Stitch that much. But in the animated series, it was very obvious she did not like Stitch very much. She winds up saving him. They made it this epic girl power scene that was just like, okay, because she couldn't just swim him back. She had to like walk underwater to save him. It was like this whole highlight. I just thought that was silly. Like they could have added something else in there. So yeah, they got rid of my boy Captain Gantu. All right. They got rid of him completely. He's not in there. So they made Dr. Jumba Jakiba the main protagonist, which is okay, but I'm not going to lie. I don't know what accent the guy had, the mad scientist had in the first one, but I liked it a lot more. Now, I do like the guy that plays him, and he does it well. Zach, the actor that plays in Hangover, right? He's known for the Hangover movies. He does a good job, but it just doesn't give you that evil vibe, that evil vibe. Another thing that they changed was, which is crazy because everyone's like, stop forcing things where they don't belong. They've been adding woke stuff, ideologies into movies and stuff all the time, and they get a lot of flack for it. Disney especially, they do this often. Now, the one movie that they could do it with, they didn't. Okay, so Pleakley, he is known for his humorous cross-dressing disguises. That wasn't in this movie. They took that out. There was one scene where the guy that plays him, he wore like a fishnet flower shirt. But yeah, they took that out. And David's role was completely reduced. And they gave his roles to other people. Like I was saying earlier about how Nani's the one that saved Stitch from the ocean. And also David has a mom, which is their neighbor. Okay, and she has a huge role. She's a new character. Or is that his grandma? Something like that. Yeah, no, that's his mother. Okay, so his mother's the quirky neighbor, but I like that they added her. She adds a good feeling to it. She was actually an original voice actor from the cartoon. Amy Hill, she plays Mrs. Hasugawa. Okay, that's who she plays. That's Lilo's quirky neighbor. And that's who she plays in the movie too. Like she was this lady at the market. I think that's who she played in the animated movie. And they gave her a huge role in this movie. I guess replaced some of David's scenes. And I just feel like this movie doesn't scream family to me. This movie doesn't scream no one gets left behind or forgotten. That's not what this movie screams to me, which is a sad take on the movie. They also, one big plus, Chris Sanders, he's the original voice of Stitch, so that's a big plus for the movie. But these other things that they added and took away, I'm not feeling it. They did Tia Carrera. She is the original voice of Nani, and in this movie, she has a huge role as well, which I think that's great. I think that's a good thing. Her character definitely fits, and the way they wrote it, it fits more than you would expect. Like in the animated series, the CIA agent was off rip. He was the social worker that came to their house, and it's just like Lilo's like, you don't look like a social worker, and you have the word Cobra written on your knuckles. You feel me? Like it could have been written better on the cartoon, and they actually redeemed themselves in this movie by having Tia Carrera be the social worker. But the CIA gets involved later. Bubbles is in the movie, which is awesome, but they don't give him this black suit, which I would have liked to see. He does not wear the black suit, from what I remember. But that part was rewritten, and it was rewritten well. I really enjoyed it. But again, this movie does not scream Ohana to me. What does Ohana mean? Family. What does family mean? Nobody gets left behind or forgotten. And they forgot about my boy Captain Gantu. That's one. Okay. And this whole thing with Nani going to college is kind of like, bro, that was not in the original. Why are y'all doing this? Okay. That is ridiculous. All right. Like, that was very disappointing. Now let's talk about the CGI. The CGI was good. It was great. It was awesome. I really enjoyed the CGI. I loved seeing these characters brought to life. Dr. Jumba's voice did not fit. It was just like, God. So Dr. Jumba Jukiba just sounded like a regular dude. In the animated movie, he had like a Eastern European accent, like Russian. It wasn't specifically specified, but it was definitely like a Russian accent. I thought that touch would have been way better. Like, come on. And the guy that played him, he also did a voice in Beauty and the Beast. All right, this was a well-trained guy. I mean, I don't know if he could have did it, but Zach Galifianakis is the guy that actually played him in the live action movie, and he did good. He did good. Don't get me wrong. He did good. He's a good actor, I guess. I mean, he plays the same character in every movie. But actually, you know what? He has a show on Adult Swim called Between Two Ferns. I love that show. It is hilarious. Go ahead and watch that. But I wasn't buying the evil scientist from him. Not at all. Sorry. Not buying it. However, I do want to get into the good stuff. It was a very heartwarming experience for the most part. If you're a kid, you're going to love the movie. Your kids are going to love the movie. You're probably going to love the movie too. And I can't complain too much. You know, like if I was watching it with the eyes of a brand new viewer, it's a good movie. It's just a shame. And I hope that people, I don't have kids, but I hope that you out there that do have kids and are thinking of bringing your kid to see this movie, have them watch the original first. It had a great message behind it. Ohana. Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. And growing up as a kid, that I felt like I was left behind and forgotten by my family. You know, this movie really touches at home, and that's the type of person I am today. If I have kids, this is the message I want them to be. This is the message I would want to be instilled in them. Not, it's all right, you can go to college and just leave your family behind. If you have a responsibility and you love your family, you're going to want to look out for them. And unfortunately, we have to make sacrifices. That's what life is about, okay? Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Is this movie worth it? Cinema or sofa? Which one is it gonna be? Cinema! Come on down! Congratulations, Lilo and Stitch. Now I want to say it looked great on the big screen. What can I say? All right. There was a lot of things that I didn't like about the movie, but it was a good experience, and it's a movie worth seeing on the big screen. Whether or not you want to support more of this ruining of classic movies, that's up to you. I would watch it. I'd watch it again because I am a fan of the franchise of Lilo and Stitch. But however, I am very disappointed in all the things that they changed, okay? And granted, some of the changes they did make, they were really good changes. They worked very well. Like the new character, the neighbor, David's mom, she was a great character and a great add-on. Another good character was how they rewrote the child services in the movie. That was good. I liked that because they also gave a role to the original Nani, which to me is awesome. But yeah, I mean, you win some and you lose some with this type of stuff, especially with Disney. All they do is remake stuff, you know, and I think that's all they've ever done since the beginning of time. I mean, isn't all of their original stories just a remake of like the Grimm's Brothers tales and stuff like that? As far as I know, I think that's what they did. They also apparently they stole Lion King from China or Japan or something like that. I don't know. Now it's time for the final award of tonight. Who's going to get that golden star? Who's it going to be? Maya Kialoha, come on down. She is the one that played Lilo. And I think she did an amazing job. All right. Like, she's from Hawaii, and she just got the role. She just got the role. I just worry about these child actors because of all of the shit that has hit the fan in the last couple years of the abuse of these child actors. I pray for her, and I hope she is doing well and accept this award. She did really good. She made it very believable. I don't think they could have picked a better Lilo. She is adorable. Okay, if I have a daughter, I wish she is as adorable as her. It warms my heart to see her on the screen and see all this come to life, as I am now an old man and I watched that movie as a kid. Really, really awesome. And congratulations on your success, and may you have many, many more. Anyways, that's going to conclude today's video. If you like this video, please leave a like. It's free. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I need subscribers. I need them. But yeah, peace.